Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen, was salatu was salamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen, wa ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een ila yawmiddin. Amma ba'd, qala Allah tabarak wa ta'ala fil Qur'an al-Majid wal Furqan al-Hamid. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. فلولا نفر من كل فرقة منهم طائفة ليتفقهوا في الدين ولينذروا قومهم إذا رجعوا إليهم لعلهم يحذرون صدق الله مولانا العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم. أما بعد، قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد في شأن حبيبه إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Inshallah, today I'll be talking about seeking knowledge of Deen and how important it is, and how important it is for your children, and how important it is for your generations. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, فَلَوْ لَا نَفْرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ. So why don't people go out? Allah is encouraging. Why no one is going out? Why no one is going out to learn knowledge? Allah says, فَلَوْ لَا نَفْرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ. From every community, from every group of Muslims, they should separate some youngsters, some youth, or anyone, either youth or whoever it is. They should go learn knowledge. Why? لِيَتَفَقَّهُ فِي الدِّينِ. So that they can learn about their faith, they can learn about their religion, they can learn about Quran and Hadith. What they do after that? Allah says, وَلِيُنذِرُوا قَوْمَهُمْ. And when they return, they warn their community, they warn their people, so the people can become more muttaqi. They get more closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so they can learn Deen. This is the whole purpose of learning knowledge. Ask yourself, how many children you know in your family who are learning knowledge, actual knowledge, not knowledge from YouTube, not knowledge from Facebook, actual knowledge. How many of you are there in your family who are actually going out learning knowledge, not attending lectures? That's knowledge. But going out and becoming an alim deen, even though it's not further upon you, but Allah is not saying every one of you. Allah is saying, فَلَوْلَا نَفَرَ مِنْ كُلِّ فِرْقَةٍ. Why not some people from every group? Why don't they go out and learn knowledge, so that they can come back and they can teach other people as well? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that there are three kind of hearts, and he's giving example of three kind of lands. तीन किस्म की ज़मीनें होती हैं, तीन किस्म के दिलों के साथ मुश्तबह किया है रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने, मिसाल दी है उनकी. रसूल फरमाते हैं, there is one land that when it rains, it absorbs water, basically drink water, then it grows vegetation. It benefiting itself and it benefiting others as well. It taking water, drinking water, and growing vegetation and giving benefit to others as well. Second land is, Rasulullah says that when it rains, that it absorbs water, it drinks water, but it does not grow anything. That land never grows anything. So it's giving benefit to itself, but it's not giving benefit to anyone else. Third land is when it rains and it just stays on the top of the land. It does not absorb water, it does not drink water, and does not grow anything. But people actually make it difficult for other people as well to cross that land, because they have to go other way around now, because there's all mud there, there's all water is standing there. That's all it is. So that land is not benefiting itself, and the land is not benefiting others as well. Rasulullah says, what is that rain? Sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that rain is knowledge, and those three lands are like a three kind of people. The first person is the one who learns knowledge and it benefits other people as well. He is correcting himself, he is correcting his namaz, he is correcting his all the legal rulings, and then he is conveying the knowledge of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to other people, so they can benefit as well. Rasulullah, this is the best heart. This is the best heart and the best person, and Allah loves this person. Second one is, and that's alim deen, that's a scholar. Second one is, then when he learns knowledge, he goes out, he learns knowledge, but he has no ability to convey knowledge. He's correcting himself, he's correcting his namaz, his all legal rulings, his tahajjud namaz, his Ramzan Rosé, his Hajj, but he has no ability, or he does not want to convey. Rasulullah says this person is the one who is just correcting himself. He is that person who is just working for himself, not for other people. And then the third person is then Rasulullah says, tuf on that person. Then what kind of person he is? He's basically dead in Islam. Because when your heart is dead, your body means nothing in Islam. When your heart is dead, the body means nothing. You just turda firda Musliman. That's all, Muslim by name. And Rasulullah says, when it rains, then that land never absorbs water, never drink water, and never benefit to others. Actually becomes more difficult for other people to cross that land. Then no one comes even near that land. If people do, either the mud is going to go in their clothes, or they're going to become dirty as well, like that land. Rasulullah said that person is that he's not learning knowledge, and of course he's not conveying knowledge as well. Actually, what's happening now? He is becoming more and more worse, because when you are not learning knowledge, remember in Islam, there is no pause. You know, people say, Ma'am, I'm just giving a pause at the moment. I'm taking a gap year. When do you take gap year from your college or from uni? I'm just taking a gap. There is no gap year in Islam. You know, I always give example of a car without brakes. Those people who drive car, they know you can brake the car with gas as well, accelerator. So when you're going uphill, you have no brake. As soon you let the gas go, what's going to happen? Car will start rolling backwards. As long as you're giving gas, you're just going up and up and up and up and up, because there is no brake there. Islam has no brake. Chalo, theek hai, let me give 10 days break or 20 days break because I'm off from school, I'm off from uni. So that's fine, that's okay. So I can say, no, you're going backwards now, because there are only two companies. As long as you stay in the company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Shaitan will stay away from you. The two company, one Rahman's company, one Shaitan's company. As long as you're in Rahman's company, you'll stay away from Shaitan's company. Shaitan will stay away from your company actually. Shaitan won't come to you. And as soon, and he's waiting. He's waiting for you to come out from the Rahman's company. And as soon you come out for Rahman's company, Shaitan is waiting for you. He's going to grab you. He's going to take over on your mind, on your heart, all over your body as well. And that's what we are doing nowadays. We're giving more time to Shaitan, not to Rahman. Start, giving time to Islam. Start giving time to learn knowledge and become that heart. The heart which Rasulullah says is the best heart, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves that person. Subhanallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us one of those that who learn knowledge and who spread knowledge. This is the mentality we need to give it to our children. This is the mindset we need to give to our children. I always say to my madrasa girls and boys, how come you do not want to become a scholar? You know what the question they say? We never thought about this. Do you know why they never thought about this? Because you never gave them the idea. When you never gonna make the mindset that Puttar, this, become whoever you want to become. You know, Islam does not stop you working outside. You become a doctor, dentist, engineer, whoever, software engineer, whoever you want to become. But Puttar, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Allah created you to serve His deen. Allah never created you to buy cars and you spin around your cars on Windsor Road. Allah never created you for that. Allah did create you to buy cars. Yes, you can buy whatever you want to buy, because everything is there for you. Everything is there for you. But serving deen comes first. That is obligatory. That's the reason you are sending in this dunya, so that you can make your next dunya better. You can make your next life better. If you're not even doing anything for next life, what's the point of you coming here? Why did you go to college? You know, they're very simple examples. When it comes to deen, then we come like little child who does not understand anything. But when it comes to dunya, we understand everything. Why did you go to college? Oh, I'm preparing for my exam at the end of the year. Have you seen anyone start preparing himself the last day, the exam day? And when we say to people then, yeah, the test day is coming, the judgment day is coming, dekhi jayegi, we'll see on that day. But when you come to college, you never say that. When you want to become doctor, you never say that. There are 20 years, you know, it takes 10 to 15 years to become a doctor, a real doctor, if you get to consultant. Like doctor, and I don't know what were you going to become, and then registrar for 8 years, and then consultant, how much money you're going to spend, and you are like mad and always studying and studying and studying. But hold on a second, I thought when the day comes you will see. Why don't you say here as well, then when the day comes you will see? You will never say that, because you know you're not that dumb. But when it comes to deen, we all become दूधू को बुबू and roti को गोगो. हम वो बन जाते हैं निके काके. Our here youth, they know, believe me, they know everything inside out of laptop, inside out of their iPhones, inside out of all the software. But when it comes to Deen, they know nothing about Deen. How do you want to do wudu? Like I did my lectures downstairs. I always encourage people, come and tell me about Sajda Sahib. Now, Sajda Sahib is Daruri knowledge, obligatory knowledge. You make your mistake in your namaz and you don't do Sajda Sahib, the namaz is not accepted. The namaz you have to repeat at least once in your lifetime. Before your death, you have not repeated your namaz, the namaz is not namaz. It's not going to be in your book. And there you're standing in front of Allah. Oh, Ya Allah, I've been reading all 5 times prayer. How come I know prayer is written in my book? You've been reading something else. That wasn't namaz. Because you was not even bothered about doing what? Learning knowledge. At least learn that much knowledge so that you can correct yourself. I'm not saying you have to become an alimi deen and go and teach people. That's only few people Allah is talking about. You need to make your children's mind that Putter, at least one person from your family, tell him to go become an alim, scholar. And then you, alhamdulillah, better. Then you can make your family better, I'm telling you. All this going on either today, either tomorrow, inshallah, we'll talk about that as well. Why is it happening? Because of no knowledge. Ease. Imam Sahib says easy. Well, like Allama Iqbal Rahmatullah Ta'ala says, I'm not very good in poetry. हर कोई मस्ते मए तने आसानी है तुम मुसलमान हो ये अंदाज़े मुसलमानी है. Allama Iqbal is complaining that every Muslim is becoming lazy, laid back. Just give me something easy, something very easy, so I do it and I just run away from this responsibility. हर कोई मस्ते मए तने आसानी है तुम मुसलमान हो ये अंदाज़े मुसलमानी है. This is how you're Muslim. Look at your ancestors, what they used to do, what life they lived. And today no, because Saudi Arabia is doing it, let's do it. Inshallah, we'll talk about that as well, inshallah. Right, okay. You know what, let me just take this first and then inshallah I will go towards how to spend Eid night. First, I will go, why don't we follow Saudi Arabia? Why don't we follow Saudi Arabia? This is, those who are following Saudi Arabia, let them follow. There's no need to argue. There's no need to fight with them. Maybe your own family is doing it. That's fine, that's okay. Right? Because Muslims, we need unity. And this all is happening because they want to, हमें तोड़ना चाह रहे हैं जैसे मुसलमानों को. They want to break Muslims' unity. That's the whole point. Otherwise, there was no other point. And look at that today. Those who are doing Eid tomorrow and those who are doing Eid today, still they are Muslims, still they are your brothers. If you see them, give them a hug. Tell them Eid Mubarak. That's fine. There's nothing wrong saying to them Eid Mubarak. But are you right or are you wrong? Because we start feeling guilty. That how come that I'm not celebrating Eid today? How come I'm celebrating Eid tomorrow? You should be saying that you should be thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala you do not do Eid today. Because they are doing Eid in Ramzan. They are leaving their last fast. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, remember Rasulullah says, there is an authentic hadith in Bukhari Sharif, and it's not one hadith. I'm just giving you one hadith, but with a different wording, same conditions. Sumu li ru'yatihi. Sumu comes out from Saum. Saum means fasting. Start the month of fasting li with ru'ya. Ru'ya means sighting, seeing with your own eyes. That's called ru'ya, means seeing something right with your naked eye. He means the moon. Sumu li ru'yatihi. Start your month of fasting by looking at moon, by sighting the moon. Wa aftiru li ru'yatihi. Iftar, fatara. Then you break your month of Ramzan. You finish your month of Ramzan li ru'yatihi, by sighting the moon. This is the condition. Sighting the moon is the condition. No matter what observatory report is saying, no matter what astronomical or the legal rulings are saying, we do take that, and we Ahl Sunnah wal Jamaat, we follow science more than those who are following Saudi Arabia. Why? Because that's called blind following. They are blindly following them. When we follow Imam Abu Hanifa, they complain, how come you following Imam Abu Hanifa blindly? I said, we never follow Imam Abu Hanifa blindly. He has given all the rulings. This hadith, I'm taking this masla from this hadith, this Quran ayat. Everything is detailed. Every masla he has given about 5, 6, 7 hadith. How we are following Imam Abu Hanifa blindly? Because he has given us everything. So he's not blindly following someone. Yeah, only that person can say we are blindly following Imam Abu Hanifa who has no knowledge, who has not even a basic knowledge of deen. You come to us, then we'll tell you, then we'll give you books of fiqh, books of usule fiqh, how fiqh is made. I always say to my teacher, Ustaji, this book is Seerat of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It's not even a book of fiqh. Because every masala, there is hadith underneath. Every masala, there is Quran ayat underneath. The Rasulullah did this. Rasulullah did this. Allah is saying this. Imam Abu Hanifa is not making up stuff. Yeah, you are blindly following Saudi Arab. Why? Because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Sumu li royatihi wa aftiru li royatihi. You start your fasting month by sighting the moon, and you you finish your fasting month and start your Eid by sighting the moon. Now here, Imam al-Sunnah said, many other ulama said, anywhere in the world, if moon is sighted, you can start your Eid anywhere, as long as it's not that country which is 24 hours ahead, because the moon is probably going to be different then. You can't take your khabar from there, of course. So I asked my Ustadi, how come we are not following Saudi Arab? Are we against Saudi Arab? Or do we hate Saudi Arab? We love Saudi Arab. Harman Sharifan there, of course we follow Saudi Arab. And we will happy to follow Saudi Arab. We'll leave Morocco, we'll leave every country out there. But we'll follow Saudi Arab if Saudi Arab follows Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If if they follow Rasulullah Sunnah, Sumu li royatihi, waftiru li royatihi, if they sight the moon, we are happy to take whatever they say to us. Labbaik wa sa'daik. We are after you, that's fine. But what shall we do? Observatory report is saying, not even anywhere in the world, there was no chance to sight the moon. There was no chance to sight the moon. And they are doing it. Basically, no chance to sight the moon means we are still in month of Ramadan is fasting month going on. And they are saying what? Saudi said, yeah, sighted the moon. Yaar, are you mad? You silly guy. Everything is on the tip of your finger. Go check on the phone. Go check on. Whenever someone phoned me, I said, open this side, go check. And he said, now tell me the age of the moon. I don't know much about astronomical thing. I know the Falakiyat observatory. But moon has to be for certain time on horizon, and then you will be able to see the moon after the sunset. Because sun is so strong, the rays are so strong, you won't be able to see the moon. So sun has to go down for that time, and moon has to stay on horizon for a certain time. Then you can see moon. You know what Saudi says? We only see 1 minute. 1 minute. If observatory report shows that moon came on horizon for 1 minute, that's it. We're going to announce the Eid. 1 minute you can't even see moon. Never mind 1 minute. I think for 20-30 minutes, 1 hour you can't see the moon. I'm not sure, but I'm quite sure about this, that it has to be for certain time on horizon, then you can see moon. 1 minute, how can you see moon? Yeah, observatory report is saying there is moon. Have you fulfilled the condition of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? No. So who you are following then? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or Saudi? You're following Saudi, you're not following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So why shall we do? Follow Saudi or follow Rasul? Where Sharia is coming? Tell me, where is the Sharia is coming from? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or from Saudi? When Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there was no Saudi, by the way. Saudi only came 100 years ago, when Ottoman Empire was broken. Well, that's a different thing, who broke it. So you're following them as well. Subhanallah. Why? You know, those who, someone say to me, are you doing Eid today? I said, no, I'm following Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hold on a second. Are we then? I said, no, you're following Saudi blindly. Okay, give me one shahadat that they sighted the moon. One shahadat, they sighted the moon. Oh no, because Saudi said. I think you check on your observatory report, all over the world. Only those countries which can see the moon. Only those countries which are not 24 hours away. All those countries which are around the Saudi Arab, Morocco are there, around the corner, Oman is there, they never sighted the moon. How Saudi sighted the moon then? You know, I'll tell you one thing. They have made for next 30 years calendar which is not hidden. And it's not hidden like they're hiding it. No, they left it out. For next 30 years. Before it was 10 to 20 years. Now it's 30 years calendar, which they've already made. This year we're going to do Eid on this day, this year this day. So basically after 30 years they have already sighted the moon as well. And they're going to do it on that time. And they don't care. So basically they're never going to sight moon. They're just going to go on that calendar. And the 25 countries, they did labbaik on that. Because I went to one of the scholars, I asked him, what is happening? Why are they doing that? They said there were 25 leaders of 25 Muslim countries. They went to Saudi Arab and then they made this decision. You know what? We will be doing Eid 1 day before the moon. And no alim sat in that committee. No alim. They said they never got any alim in that committee. Yeah, Imam Ibn Baz was there. He was one of the very good scholar of Saudi Arab, Mufti Muhammad Ibn Baz. And apparently he was blind as well when they took him. He was blind. So I don't know what happened. The rest, everyone was just governors sitting there. They said, let's just finish this ladai, and then just everyone will be doing Eid one day before. And then they are working on that calendar. That's all they're doing. Ask them. I always encourage people, ask them. Like when you come to us and ask us, we tell you everything clear. Open the site, check the moon. Was moon visible? No. So you're going through Ramadan? Moon was there? Of course we are happy to. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਅੱਗ ਲੱਗੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਈਦ ਨਾ ਕਰੀਏ, ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਰੋਜ਼ਾ ਰੱਖੀਏ। ਅਸੀਂ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਫੇਰਿਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਚੰਨ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਰੋਜ਼ਾ ਨਾ ਰੱਖੀਏ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਈਦ ਕਰੀਏ, ਮੌਜਾਂ ਮਾਰੀਏ। You know, our heart, it burns as well. It burns us from inside because we want unity. I love all those brothers outside who are celebrating Eid. I want to celebrate Eid with them. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying, it is not Eid today, then why would I celebrate Eid then? Your Nabi is saying you don't celebrate, so why would I follow any country? Subhanallah, I don't know what's happening to us. Chalo, Bharat, anyways, but I always say, don't fight with anyone, don't argue with anyone, just tell them simply, ਪੁੱਤਰ ਤੂੰ ਚੰਦ ਤੱਕ ਆਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਤੱਕ ਆਇਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦ ਫਾਲੋ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਹੈ ਬਸ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਪਕੜਨਾ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਅੱਗੇ quietly just stay quiet, no need to fight or argue with anyone. Acha, next is celebrating Chand Raat permissible? Some of the girls, when I was doing Ramzan lecture, they asked me this question. I said, chalo, I will put here as well, because today, of course, it's Chand Raat. Now you don't even have to sight the moon, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Islamic month is only is for 29 days or for 30 days. If you've sighted the moon on 29th, go and celebrate Eid. If you haven't, then after 30th Roza you have to, because Islam, there are no 31 days. And then another thing is, actually, let me just add that with that, those people, that's a normal question. Can we fast on that day when other people are celebrating Eid? Of course, because you're right. That's my message for all those who are celebrating Eid today. Make sure go home and you do qada of your today's Roza. 100% you have to do qada of today's Roza, because you missed out one fast. You missed out one fast because there was no ro'yat of Chand all over the world, not in UK. People say you follow local sighting. All over the world there was no sighting. And there are now one country, 25 countries said that there is no ro'yat all over the world. And now they are celebrating Eid. You are celebrated, different thing. Make sure in your lifetime, whenever, go and do qada of today's Roza. And by the way, Saudi 2 to 3 times got fined as well by giving wrong rulings. By who? By their own Jeddah University, which is astronomical university, by own people. And before even they were going to make alan, before they were going to announce their own university, their own astronomical, all those falkiyat, they said it. They said, remember, before you make announcement, there is no moon sighting in Saudi Arab. There is no chance for moon sighting in Saudi Arab. But then about so those who are doing it, make sure you do Qaza Roza. And those who are not celebrating Eid today, it is further upon you to do Roza today. Yes, fasting on Eid day is makruh tahrimi, is haram. But for you, it's total halal. Why? Because there was no moon sighting. So we are still going through Ramzan month. Yeah, that doesn't mean that someone is doing wrong, then we start doing wrong too. No, you're not going to leave your Roza. You have to fast. They have to do Qaza of their fast. By Musa alayhi salam, then don't see the majority. We start feeling guilty. Because no, everyone is doing it. Don't feel guilty. As long as you are on the path of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you should never feel guilty. Musa alayhi salam, when he went to get book on Pahad, on the mountain, when he came back after 40 nights, 40 days, when he came down, and most of the people, there were 70,000 people, he said 70,000 in his ummah, and only 12,000 left out. They say Mu'min, rest all of them started worshipping that cow. The Samri made the cow. They started worshipping. Allah never said, no, majority is doing, so just leave them. Allah said, start cutting their heads. And who? By their own relatives. All the 12,000 left, they started killing them. By evening, of course, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgave all of them. And those who died, that's fine, they got shaheed. Those who left, we're going to forgive them. But that doesn't mean you should put on a. I'm not saying that. That's for them, because they're doing shirk. They are not doing shirk. Right? They're only doing celebrating Eid. But that doesn't mean that majority is doing something wrong, then you start feeling guilty. Always give this hadith. Have you sighted the moon? At least you can say that. Have you sighted the moon? Where? Give me the dalil. They have no dalil whatsoever. So you are on haq. Okay? Jazakallahu khair. Wa ma alayna illa al-balagul mubin.